Sagittarius, hello. This is your reading for July 8th through the 13th. We have the full moon in Capricorn coming up on the 13th, which is going to be quite illuminating for all of us on aspects of ourselves or actually the direction that our soul is desiring to go. So, Sagittarius, this is a reading for Sun, Moon, and or rising signs in the sign of Sagittarius. They are general readings, so take what resonates for you and leave the rest. Try not to build a story if it does not resonate for you. So, I am reading on the blind spots for everybody. Blind spots, parts of us, aspects of us that we can't see or we don't see, yet others may be able to see. You can see it if you're in tune with your birth chart and understand astrology a little bit more, which is so nice to have a map, a guidance through each individual unique path. But for Sagittarius that does not know their birth chart or know their blind spots, maybe this reading will be helpful for you. They are general as though. So if you'd like a personal reading, you can book through my website, which is BeTheChange333.com. And there is a link in the description box below. All right, Sagittarius. Let's see what comes through for you. I have a lot of Sag in my chart, actually. We'll take it. Spiritual strength and triumphant success. Wow, you must have gone through quite a lot of tests and challenges to get to this level, Sagittarius, which is beautiful. To get the card of spiritual strength, we go through extreme challenges. It humbles us. We come to a point of humility, and so we come out the other side and understand what we are releasing, our old self, that is not even unique or authentic to us. It will be a triumphant success when you're no longer carrying the baggage of your past or the falseness of, and we all do this, so I'm not judging, but when we grow up in certain family dynamics, there are a lot of things that happen that we're not conscious to because we're so young, we don't process all that, but it stays within. We develop patterns of behavior. We develop thought patterns from the family that we've grown up in. We also develop coping skills that we use even all the way up into adulthood until we're awakened to these aspects of ourselves that are no longer, they serve their purpose of protection and coping, but now we're in a whole new playing field here, Sagittarius, so you don't need to put on, they can drop the act. A lot of us don't even know we have an act going on, but there is usually an act until you're awakened to that. So it looks like this is successful for you, Sagittarius. Let's keep going. All right, I got two more here. Suffering and silence and partnerships and alliances. Bottom of the deck, victory and success again. So it seems as though if you haven't experienced this quite yet, you will this week. But I feel like you already have. You already are feeling the success because this has to do with your ways of relating to others, the dynamics between you and another, partners and alliances. In the past, you had been suffering in silence. Maybe you didn't speak up when your feelings were hurt or speak up for yourself. You were always taking care of other people because we sense other people's feelings and emotions. And if you're empathic, it's very hard to say no. It's very hard to let anybody else suffer in their own pain. And so we give a lot. We actually overgive ourselves. We sacrifice a lot of ourselves for others and without it being reciprocated ever. That is the suffering in silence. No more, I'm hearing. Victory and success. Below that, spiritual union. So this most likely maybe new people coming into your life, Sagittarius, or just a very huge shift in your energy and your perspective where it course corrects your current relationships to be more authentic, open, and equal give and take. We're going to dive a little deeper into this though, Sagittarius. So let's begin with that. Let's start with spiritual strength. All right, let's go into spiritual strength for Sagittarius. Nine of Cups. So this had to do with your sense of happiness. Maybe you hadn't, suffering in silence doesn't sound like happiness to me. So you've gone through some experiences and challenges and maybe lived through or lived with people, places that were not comfortable for you. You were not feeling satisfied, happy, or fulfilled whatsoever. But then coming out of that, realizing that, oh, I was giving way too much. I was putting up with way too much. I kept myself in an environment or around people that are no longer healthy or good for me. Spiritual strength. I get it now. I understand. Sagittarius, let's see what triumphant success is all about here. It almost looks like Excalibur, King Arthur's sword coming out of the ground. Queen of Pentacles. So through these challenges to get to this point of being humbled, being enlightened about your own happiness and satisfaction, being successful for you, I think that you really needed to connect with your own internal strength, something that made you feel more grounded, rooted, confident, and stable within yourself. Giving, not expecting to receive, but definitely able to speak up and discern when you've given too much of yourself or the situation requires you to step back. This is a deeper understanding, and that is certainly a triumphant success. So that has something to do with your codependency, maybe. I was also listening to Teal Swan last night talking about the hyphen. A lot of people when we're children, myself included, I've dabbled in this a bit in my life. I did recognize it at a certain aspect of my life, but when you're kind of the black sheep of the family, when you don't quite fit in, when your experiences, when nobody's really seeing you for who you are within your family as a kid, we develop these coping skills to, well, first of all, we surrender and kind of try to fit in as best as possible because it's shown to us that who we truly are authentically is not accepted by our own family. So that's where we start to even enmesh our energy and our everything with whoever we're connecting with, like as friends. It's codependency as well, but more, it goes deeper than that because it's almost like never really fully had your own self-identity. You kind of attach onto whoever else's identity that you're connected with at that time. Maybe your style changes, maybe the way you speak changes, and you may not be fully aware of this. But what she was talking about with this is that over time, if it continues and we're not fully aware of it, it's almost like you just put a hyphen between your name and the other person's name because you're always a version of them and not your own self. You don't know your own identity. So this is what I'm getting here, Sagittarius, the triumphant success. I have my own unique identity and I accept and love it. That's what I'm getting here. Let's see what suffering in silence is all about here for you, Saggy. Okay, it has to do with something you're trying to get off the ground or start, or just a new beginning in creation, in the material world, a new fresh start of life. Because you have not expressed your internal suffering, because you're like, it's okay, everything's fine, I'm good, right? But inside there's a storm brewing, and internally you're not good. You're suffering in silence. So whatever it is that you're trying to start or change or get a fresh new start or new beginning, it's not happening because the universe wants you to no longer be suffering. In silence, express everything that's inside of you right now, Sagittarius. Very important. Let's go into partnerships and alliances. I knew it. Six of Pentacles. So the deal with your partnerships and alliances, and I called it with that dash, I'm just going to call it the hyphen, but the hyphenation is what you need to see, Saggy. Overgiving, people pleasing. You're always just taking care of everybody else, and maybe like showing up at people's house with gifts all the time. Just love me, I want to be accepted. No more. No more, Sagittarius. Love yourself, accept yourself, and be who you are. The right people will fall into your life who love you for who you truly are. This is a huge life lesson for you to learn in this in relationships through life. Let's see the bottom of the deck. Yeah, Two of Cups. It's time to express. It's time to share your love, your heart with others, uniquely, authentically. Very important. That's why you're suffering. You're not expressing it. You're not letting it out. Truly. Let's get an advice card for you, Sagittarius, to wrap this up. And if you don't mind, if you like this video, please click the like button. That helps with the algorithms, getting the messages out to more and more people who may need to hear this message as well. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. It does not cost anything to you, no obligation to anything at all. There's no strings attached. It just it's a nice energetic exchange for all of these free readings I'm giving out. It will help my channel grow, because YouTube says you have to have at least 1,000 subscribers before I can go live on my mobile device, which is my big goal here. Really, it's not a popularity contest. I just want to be able to go live on my mobile device. So the more subscribers, that will help me for sure. All right, let's see. What is the advice for Sagittarius? And I have to say, I actually don't even like saying that. Please like, subscribe. But I understand why other people on YouTube say that all the time, because we're very restricted in what we can do until we have a certain amount of subscribers. Okay. So, Sagittarius, the card you got out is Service. Beautiful. It says, I feel good when I can help others. So this is part of your nature, because you are empathic and you have great energy, caring, nurturing, compassion to give to others. So the challenges and the suffering that you're going through is just to show you that you need healthy boundaries for yourself. So you're not giving, over-giving, and also to love yourself for who you are. You don't need to prove yourself to anybody else. You don't need to do things and beg other people to love you. You will have the love that you give yourself. So those are the messages for you, Sagittarius, for this week. Thank you for tuning in. And again, please like and subscribe. Take care.